Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. And as you can see in the corner, today we are going after Hjalmar.
I'm looking for men from Undvik.
You've oars from the Isle, and I once cut those waters with nary a rest. Could trace you the shoreline in my sleep. A lovely excursion, if not for the bloody sirens.
I'm the one to ask. Me or Axel and Tardarok. He's over there. What can a bloke from Ard Skellig know about Undvik?
Heard you trilling a different tune when Hjalmar was gathering his crew. Your love for the Ancrate fade that quick.
That doesn't mind dang dire.
Yavar's from there, or so he claims. And you seem to know these waters. Why didn't you sail with Hjalmar?
Because that kind of expedition needs a true leader. And a whelp looking to collect bumps on his skull could only be its doom. Once
You'd rather sit in your arse nose in the air, you Zarakanian princess. Brave lad comes along. You sail with him. I'd have sailed with Hjalmar if only those seahorse hadn't banjaxed my knee. Would have sailed instead of sharing a table with a grumpy barnacle like you.
You'd sail with anyone who'd let you aboard. Crack's daughter included.
You mentioned sirens. Many on Undvik?
So many. More on the other isles.
Bollocks.
Once they attacked Lars and me when we were fishing. Before we could drive him off, they pulled Lars in the water and scratched me up so bad that... Oi!
Drive away the sirens? How's that work?
Ha! Plain to see you're no islander. With a horn wall's horn. One toot, and they plough and scurry off so quick the waves rock your boat.
Need to get to Undvik.
Another thrill seeker. Well then listen close, lest ye end in a watery grave. Sail out of port and head southwest. Watch for rocks protruding like pricks out of the water. You'll have to do some tricky tacking to get past them. Some of them shorter, just below the surface, so careful not to scrape right over them. They breach your hull, you're done for, 'cause just a few minutes in that icy water makes a corpse. One time I remember...
Stick to the point.
Oh, fine. Watch for the currents, 'cause they can drag you off course, dash against the rocks even. With a bit of luck, you'll land on the same beach where Hjalmar landed.
Nice talking to you, but time I was on my way. So long.
Fair winds to you.
Alright.
What do you want?
I'm looking for people from Undvik.
They're dead.
See now, I heard many survived.
Stubborn, get your... What do you want to know?
You there when the giant attacked?
Aye, I was. One of the Jarl's personal guards. I failed him. Led no credence to what the priestesses said. We'd be punished. For robbing the earth of iron. Forging it into blades that men kill one another with. The Freyr would punish us. Perhaps they spoke the truth.
Jarl of Undvik. Tell me about his death.
Jarl Harald Houndsnout. His whole crew died that night. Wilmar, Wilfred, and Wilhelm. I reached them too late. Saw the giant dash Wilmar against a rock. He fell right beside me. All his bones broke, wriggling like a salmon on the sand.
Harold was dead by then.
What? No, Jarl fought like a bear. Slicing and dodging and hollering, then slicing again. Couldn't save himself, though.
How did you manage to survive?
First I heard the giant growl to those flying sirens. Damn me if he weren't giving them orders.
Under stress, men see all kinds of things.
I know what I saw. Rushed to help the Jarl, but one of the cunts sunk her talons in me, lifting me up. Tried to take me to their nest. Pecked me apart, I reckon. But I broke loose of her grip. Plummeted from quite a height. Crashed hard, couldn't stand. Last thing I saw, swarm of sirens swooping down on the Jarl, thrashing round him. He yipped, he yelped, he screamed, he hollered. Then silence. The men escorting the women and the children to the ships took my unconscious flesh away and brought me to Ard Skellig.
I should go.
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't run from battle. That would have been a serious issue
You seek, traveler.
in the Skellige Islands. Anyway, so yeah, we got the main thing that we needed from the tavern. Just intel on how to get to Unvik. And the state of things when people left. Evacuated. But we don't actually have to sail there. You see, one of the signposts that we got from reading those pamphlets includes one on Unvik. However, doing this does kind of jump me ahead in the quest. You see, there's one of the ships along the coast, or a bit up from it, is occupied by a survivor. And I don't think I actually encounter him, although I have in previous playthroughs. As it is, it appears northern Unvik is one hell of a ship graveyard, and I'm not sure all of this happened just because of the recent business with the sirens and the giant. Well, I happen to have 114 split arrows. Yeah, main reason I'm coming here is because of the question mark. Guarded treasure, guarded by sirens, and by the way, that horn he was talking about, that is a real thing, and it does scatter the sirens. But, you know, if the sirens are scattered, that makes it harder to kill them. And I think that one that I shot, it must have been an instant death, because it killed her. Alright, got another couple question marks up top here. Figure I should take a look at them before continuing with the quest. And Roach, what the hell are you doing?
Come on, Roach.
Alright, looks like there is just this pathway below the cliff. Just wide enough to cross. Of course, most of it appears to be ice once you get far enough, and that's going to be, Oh, hey, I did get across on Roach. Nice. Unfortunately, it looks like where that question mark is going to be increasingly hard to reach on horseback. Yeah, no path at all anymore. Iced up or otherwise. And that is certainly what they were talking about when they said you should not swim in these waters. Because, yeah, if waters are cold enough for ice to be floating in it, it's gonna kill you in a matter of minutes. I mean, water can be significantly warmer than that and still kill you in a matter of minutes. Anyway, it's just another broken ship spilling its cargo into the deeps. So let's head through the waters, since as a witcher, we are apparently immune to hypothermia, or at least far more resistant to it than the average human. Alright. That about covers it. And by the way, if you find yourself stuck in water, especially on this map when there's not necessarily any land nearby, the best way to avoid danger is to swim along the surface. Because when you are underwater, that is when the sirens and or drowners attack. When you're on the surface, you can see them coming after you, but they never really manage to catch you, so long as you are swimming across the surface. And I am trying to climb up here. It just seems like it could be possible based on how the stone is set up, but it does appear to get much more steep the further up you go, so maybe it's not such a good idea. I should just head back to my horse. Anyway, I did update my active quest in order to find where the sunken treasure was. And so now it's telling me to go find Yennefer again. But as for right now, well, there is this trail here. Should be easier going than the ice trail. Oh, there was a drop there. That's why the horse got disagreeable. Anyway, we do have a question mark further inland, next to that lake. And hopefully it's not another hidden treasure, because it would be annoying to have to correct the active quest several times.
Hjalmar's encampment. They were attacked.
Oh.
Fought barefoot. Sirens caught them by surprise. Scavengers got to this one. Taken by surprise, but they fought off the attack. I need more clues. Search the perimeter. 2 people came through here. Separately. These tracks are older. Somebody left the camp before the attack.
Curious.
Several men. Dragged a boat north.
Which trail to follow, I wonder? Especially because I have once again skipped past several parts of this quest. It's very easy to do.
Ugly bastard.
Oh. Looks like I can start gaining levels on my sword again. But yeah, as you can see, there are not one but 3 different directions we can go to find out more about Hjalmar's quest. Whoops. Dang it, is it really another hidden treasure? I can just climb up here. Yeah, it is. Climb the mountain. toss the chest into the sea. Well, I did what you said, but it didn't make me feel any wiser. Druid responded, yeah, that's because you are an idiot who was just following my instructions and not, thinking for yourself. At which point, the man flew into a rage and killed the druid. But yeah, I don't want to update my quest again. I'm going to search this lake here for that valuable possession. Aha. Ah, relic sword. Well, fair enough. Oh, there's wraiths in this here cave. Dang it. Man, it took a lot more hits than I thought it would. It does look like there was a, passage through. There we go, that's more like it. Anyway, it is curious how the sign talked about throwing your possessions into the sea, but he clearly didn't. That was a lake. It is entirely contained. Alright, that leads back to the encampment, so this is the direction that the tracks are going. I believe this is the one that was dragging a boat. Certainly a lot of footprints and such. Oh hey, a house. Really have to wonder. Oh, hang on. It's not letting me interact with the boat. Even though it is clearly outlined. So maybe it doesn't want me to go this direction yet? Oh wait, hang on, here's something.
Hjalmar's man bled to death while trying to escape. Wonder what happened to his cohorts.
Seems like a bunch of nonsense, actually. Oh man.
Signs of a battle.
The dead left to lie where they fell.
They ran toward the caves.
Now it does seem like this is the right direction to go to find Hjalmar. So if I want to find out what happened back at the camp, I might want to head back the way I came, back to that base camp area. And go follow up on the other trail of footprints I found. Yeah, what we're seeing here so far, at least, seems like things did not go well for Hjalmar's expedition. Constant signs of battle, bodies left to rot in the field. Which means that those who are alive were too harried to do anything to preserve themselves. Or too harried to look after the dead. Too worried about the living. What's this?
Landed smack in a necker's lair and cut the beast down. Hardy folk, these Skelligers. Another track.
Okay, now it's highlighting the trail. Stopped doing it for a little while there.
One arrow in each. Good eye.
More neckers.
Definitely came through here. Someone used this as cover.
From arrows.
Went this way.
Something tells me it wasn't more neckers.
Got hit here first, but kept going. Kept going, though he could barely walk. Lost a lot of blood. Couldn't have gone much further. Another track.
Ah, yep, there we go. Weird how that keeps happening.
Lost a lot of blood. Couldn't have gone much further.
Ah, here we are.
Took a second arrow here. Got him good this time. Now where'd that archer go? Must be one of Hjalmar's men. Now where'd that archer go? Trolls. Dragged him into the cave. Wonder if he's still alive.
We must have stolen that Hornwall horn that we got. And that does work against sirens, by the way. It's just, you know,
Archer was wounded too.
I'd rather just kill them. Ah, here we go. Dang it. Really can't attack trolls from behind. They've got that whole, you know, rock carapace. Dang it. Got me with the stupid rock. Anyway, it looks like the cave system heads outside for a little bit. Gotta be careful with trolls, because if you back up too far, as you can see, they pick up a stone and throw it at you. Also, when they're guarding, it is almost impossible to harm them. You gotta back up then and wait for them to put their arm down. It is an intricate dance, the fight with the troll. Ah, here we go. Blood trail goes up this way. Ice trolls must have gone this way too. They aren't immediately hostile.
Cooking something?
Cookie. Hey, you there! Help me! Water's getting hot! Shut it!
I need that man.
No, we win human from mirrors. I figure riddle.
Play me for the man, then. If I win, I take him with me. If I lose, I'll jump in the pot too.
Good! Good! No bubble! First riddle. Lots eats, lots drinks. Big he be, steps big he bash.
Well, of course, it's about them.
A troll, of course.
Good, Thrall. Now you ask.
I'm light as a feather, but even a troll can't hold me for long.
It's breath.
Piss. Riddle hard. Human cheat.
I won fair and square.
Stupid riddle. Feather. Troll not hold. Not piss.
Piss is not light as a feather.
Can you walk?
I'll manage.
Let's get out of here. You all right?
Never go in a sauna again, long as I live. Other than that, I think I'm fine. You saved my life. How can I thank you?
I'm looking for Hjalmar.
Hjalmar? Curious where he is myself. Him and the whole crew. Something must have happened. Otherwise, he'd have come looking for me after I went missing that night. I know he would have. Wait now. Why are you looking for Hjalmar?
Kroch sent me here to find Hjalmar. New king will soon be chosen on Ard Skellig. Everybody's waiting for the young Ancrate's return.
So it started already. Hjalmar, ruler of all Skellige.
Doubt he's cut out for it.
Hjalmar's irresponsible, stubborn, and heeds no counsel. But he's a born leader. Been mates since we were lads. With him and Ceres.
Ceres has put forth her claim to the throne as well.
Ceres? But she's... Well, she's...
Like father, like daughter.
What about Kroch? He support her? He let her set off on some daft quest.
Wasn't thrilled, especially since Ceres set out without telling him.
Nor did she tell me. Where'd she go? Who'd she take with her?
Speakerog, and no one.
She went alone? Damn the dogs! If Hjalmar'd only... Has she come back, do you know?
Yeah, she's back. Did what she set out to do, too.
Thank the gods.
The expedition. Tell me about it.
Started like the best ballads. With a hearty storm. Sail whipped about like a rag. Finally caught sight of shore. But then sirens attacked, as if they'd just been biding their time. But we'd have come through somehow, I know it. If not for the bloody helmsman.
Helmsman made a mistake?
I'd say his ma made the mistake. Birthed him arseways or something. Dim that one. Heard tales and was so afeard of sirens he stuffed wax in his ears. Failed to hear our warning calls. Steered us right into the rocks. Lost a few men. Had to drag the wounded on litters. And the sirens pestered us the whole while. Hjalmar kept blowing his horn. But we'd come too close to the hillside and he brought an avalanche down on us.
Not your lucky day, it seems. What happened next?
We found that daft bugger in the ship, then pitched camp near the guard tower. Things seemed to calm.
How'd you get separated from the others?
Had to watch for the night. Saw Egnar of Pharaoh steal Hjalmar's Hornwall horn. One he uses to drive away sirens. Bugger snuck out of camp. I followed him. No idea what got into that ginger head of his. Told Hjalmar not to take him with us 1,000 times at least.
And? You catch up to him?
Aye. In these caves. Bastard screeched so loud he drew the trolls. Thought the buggers would eat me right then. Dropped me in a marinade instead. Decided I was ready to cook today. Would have been the end of me if not for you.
Any idea where Hjalmar thought he might find the giant?
We'd learned where it has its lair, in the caves above the village. Hjalmar decided the best way there would be to cross the lake. Viggy the loon insisted he knew a better way, through the mines. But none of us fancied strolling into a monster pit.
Think I know enough. So long.
Wait. I'll go with you. Luckily the trolls didn't use my bow for kindling.
He is a good shot.
Good. Let's go.
And yes, he can die. He is not required for this quest, unlike Hjalmar. Yeah, speaking of which, doesn't sound like Hjalmar's leadership was an asset on this trip. Chose a bad crew, allowed his men to make some very obvious mistakes, like stopping up your ears and just in general, things went to shit immediately and has not recovered since. Yeah, the daft bugger in the boat. That's the guy I was talking about that I kind of skipped over. Because I teleported past the point where you were supposed to enter the island. I think he's supposed to be the Lost Jarl, who didn't die, just kind of went a little nuts. But sadly, you'll just have to take my word for it, because we're going after Hjalmar instead.
Giant chased them. Someone tripped and fell, but managed to get away.
As it is, those guys back in the tavern seem to be right about him. Sadly, the, oh, no.
Definitely came through here.
Footprints stopped for a second, but now they're back.
Need to find another way. Giant tried to get inside. Looks like he gave up. Blood trail leads to the cave. Went this way.
Yeah, the other way is too high to climb up, so we gotta take the human-sized entrance.
It's deep enough. Shouldn't hit bottom.
Alright. Can't see a damn thing. But there are a bunch of siren-type monsters down here. Oh, hey, Fallen. How'd you get down here? Funny. Usually you're able to see a little bit more when you're underwater. What's this? Some sort of luminescent rock? He almost got a little light with him, at least. Not much light, but a little. And yeah. Looks like these stalagmites are a little too tough to shatter. We can swim around them though, and so we do. There we go. Now that we're up out of the water and the torch won't sputter out constantly, like so. Saw a dead body back there. Nothing but a black magic doll, though. Alright, is there any way to go from here? Or is this really just a dead end? Minimaps can be deceiving sometimes, you know. I mean, while it may hit a wall here, but that might only be the case for this level of the cave system, you know. So if there's a way to climb up... not really. I mean, there's a bit more than what the minimap tells you, but...
that stench.
not enough more. Oh. Well, I guess that's something. So where the heck am I supposed to go from here? I guess the indicator is telling me a particular direction, but I'm just not sure.
Clean cut. Head probably went flying.
Oh, hang on. Some white crap on that wall.
Fought to the bitter end.
Thorsten.
Sliced her up. 2 men, looks like. Rest of the crew went on. Wonder how many were left.
Now this is interesting. Underground tree. Dang it. There. Apparently she took a second to die there. But when she did, my sword got a new charge. Yeah, underground tree. It implies that there must be a break in the ceiling around here somewhere. Oh, is that what that is? Maybe all of this glowing ore is dimeridium. But we can climb up this way.
Shot half a quiver into her.
Keep climbing these ladders. continue following the trail. Oh. One of those exploders. Before I continued, I wanted to empty that container. Huh. Looks like it, was that the Quen shield? Was that the sword, or was it both? Because my sword is on 3 charges now, so probably not the sword.
Like that silver.
Luckily, as an archer, he naturally wants to keep away from the necrophages. Explosive and otherwise.
Split her in 2.
Ooh, we got a new marker. At an old forge. In fact, I believe... I believe this is where we will find those tools that are needed to get the Master Armorer. Oh, yep.
Must be that legendary forge. Need to look around for tools.
Yep, sure enough, quest updated.
Blacksmithing tools, but ornamented. Gotta be the ones Joanna mentioned.
Alright, glad we could accomplish that while we were here. It'll save me having to come back and find it again. But as for right now, we are still trying to find Hjalmar and cross the lake that we crossed a long time ago at this point.
Oh, gods. Near 20 of them. But no Hjalmar.
There's something around here, though.
Show me what you got.
Dang it. Man, they got a lot of health. Hey, I got one of them to kill the other by exploding. It's nice to see that can still happen in New Game Plus. And over here we have the bodies. No, the bones. The bodies were in the other room. Yeah, looks like we found the giant's larder.
Lots of old tracks. Giant must have come through here often.
You know, right now we're not tracking the giant. We're tracking Hjalmar, so we gotta keep looking around, see if we can find evidence that he was here. And isn't dead. Yeah. I just got caught up following the tracks, but the yellow indicator still indicates this building. So There's got to be something around here to find. Around the back, maybe? Certainly a bunch of containers I haven't found yet. I don't know, maybe I am supposed to be following the giant's tracks. And this is just one more piece of the puzzle that isn't quite... of the quest that isn't quite working.
Another track.
I mean, yeah, I guess there are small footprints following the big ones. Oh, now the yellow circle updates. Okay. Okay, game. Oh, and they split off. Human went this way. No reason to keep using Witcher vision when there's only one path to go on. Alright, looks like he passed by that hut back there. Potential bit of shelter. And now we're in Dorva. There we go. Ooh, killed another siren in a single shot. And there's Hjalmar. Finally.
Fallen! I was sure you died. Where have you been?
Ceres has gone to Speakerog, alone. Couldn't wait, no. Had to sneak off, as if you were afeard of someone would steal the giant out from under you.
Ceres! She staked a claim to the throne then. And you'd have rather gone with her.
I'd have liked to have the choice.
Wait! Still need to thank you, Geralt of Rivia. I'll never forget you came to my aid.
You know me?
Our bards sing ballads about you. And my father told me of your adventures when I was a lad. I remember it well. You needn't be a witcher to be a hero. Cold water and a salty breeze. Those are a Skellige lad's potions.
So that ballad about the Witcher and the Sorceress, that's you?
Yeah. Where's the rest of your crew?
Fought our way through a swarm of sirens to get here. Only a handful of us left after that battle. Now we're but 3. The sirens tore Leif up good. We should see to his wounds.
He's dead.
What? Nah, he's just unconscious. Lost a bit of blood.
He's dead. Trust me.
Swore he'd sink his blade into the giant's heart. Swore it on the bones of his ancestors. Coming with me?
Stupid question.
Join us, Geralt.
By the way, nice little thing about Fullen that you might not have noticed is that soon after he got out of the giant's, or the troll's pot, he was radiating mist.
Hurry now! Pick up the pace!
See you're raring to go?
Know the Isle well?
I've never been here before. Guess you could say I've never been fond of Clan Tordarroch. In fact, no one in Ard Skellige's especially fond of them.
You claim Ard Skelligers don't like the people of Unvik, yet you helped them after the giant attacked.
When you save a drowning man in a storm, do you ask what clan he's from first?
Point taken, I guess. But your people gave them shelter. And now you've come to kill the giant.
Of course we've come. Winning back Unvik's the best way to get those folk off Ard Skellig.
Any clan out there Ard Skelligers are friendly with?
Well, certainly wouldn't be those Brockvar cowards. They'll say it ain't so. But 100 years back, their Jarl walked them off the battlefield just 'cause the enemy showed in greater numbers. And Pharaoh folk are cheats and thieves. Everyone knows it. The Twirsec of An Skellig always been too big for their britches. Now, Madman Lucas's clan, they're all right.
Funny. Thought they were your greatest enemies.
They are. But we just can't respect the other clans.
Let's get going.
But yeah, he was radiating mist because of how, hot it was in the pot. And it stopped after a couple minutes, even as we were still talking, which is a nice little detail.
I'm telling you, plow an enormous horse son he is.
Wonderful.
Geralt, help me smash that. We're sure to reach the giant's cave this way.
And this is just to make sure you pick up Hjalmar before you fight the giant.
Position myself so as to keep the giant in sight.
Sadly, Hjalmar does not have additional things to say. And since we're going after a giant, Ogred oil, obviously. And there's the Hornwall horn. It's going to be more useful than the lanthorn, at least, so I figure I might as well put that in my inventory, even though we aren't fighting any sirens anymore. We're going after the giant himself.
Getting colder. Gotta be close.
But apparently he can command sirens, so they might show up during the boss battle.
Careful now. One odd step and you can wake him.
Hey, quick! Let me out before he wakes!
Key should be around here somewhere.
Wait. Know what they call Viggy? The loon. For good reason, too. Best he stay in there till we finish with the giant.
What? You out of your bloody mind, Uncrate?
I thought he was your comrade.
He is. Which is how I know what he's like to do.
I don't like it, but this is still your expedition, Hjalmar.
Alright, guess you should stay in the cage then.
What? I'll not forget this, Uncrate. You want all the glory to yourself? Let me out right now!
You can still attempt to free him, but like the game says, you need to do so by avoiding snow and by not running, which I just did. Yeah, because we didn't free him. When he goes for his anchor, it also kills poor Viggy. And yeah, we really want to stay away from that anchor. And his backhand. And his stomp. But mostly the anchor. We got him, dude. You You can stop with the arrows now.
Viggy, poor bugger.
Should have let him out.
Shouldn't blame yourself. We never knew with Viggy. Might have rushed at the giant bare-fisted soon as he was out.
And that might have spelled death for us all. Thanks for your help, White Wolf. Geralt the Giant Slayer. I'll make sure the Scald said it in song.
That's fine, I already got enough songs about me.
Hjalmar the Giant Slayer sounds better. It was your venture. You deserve the glory.
Believe you're right. Let's get out of here.
Want to look around some more?
In that case, I'll meet you on the beach, near the port.
Yeah, want to look around here. We got a giant slayer to rob after all. And yeah, I mean, Hjalmar is somewhat right in that once freed, Viggy would rush straight at the giant. But the big thing here is that he and everyone else would have lived. Nice. As a matter of fact, Viggy would have shown up for a later quest if he had survived. And let's see here. Oh, what the heck is going on with this? It's not letting me combine the bolts. Oh, whatever. Anyway, where's that? There it is. Carrying capacity decoction. Looks like I've taken everything from the Giant Slayer that I could now. And yeah, I will say that I was just following along with Hjalmar's orders, so once again, it's all on him. He is really not a very good leader. I mean, they did... His buddy did call him a natural-born leader. But that's only in terms of charisma. Only in terms of his ability to whip people up and convince them to, put their lives on the line. I mean, what he actually does with those people is, give them all weapons and point them at the enemy. And really not much more than that. But the quest has disappeared, but Hjalmar did promise to meet us on the coastline before we left. So that is what I am going to do. And yeah, if you choose the right path, it is possible to pretty much just run straight over to Hjalmar and skip everything else that the island has to offer. All the other encounters and individuals and such. As it is, just by taking the fast travel point, we skipped one. And sadly, I do not know where to look to find the guy. Now it is hard to encounter Hjalmar first. The path up to the high spot. Here we are.
Aye?
Path up to the high spot is difficult.
Gonna head back to Ard Skellig?
Aye. After all, I'm to be crowned. I killed the giant, won back Unvik, and lost my entire crew. Mayhaps should have set out alone. Like Ceres?
Regret ever setting out on this expedition?
What's the matter now? Giant's dead, and the folk of Unvik can go home. And Ceres? She back yet?
Yeah, and she did what she set out to do on Speakerog.
She always liked competing with me. Except so far I've always won. Well, time I was on my way. So long, Geralt. Thanks for your help.
So long, Uncrate.
Ah, Geralt. How are things?
Got another voyage in mind?
Of course. Ice Giant was just the beginning. Besides, I got all kinds of horse sons already saying he wasn't that big.
What about the folk of Undvik? You and your men were gonna help them return to their isle and rebuild Urskar.
Ceres will take care of that.
You and Ciri, as I remember, you two grew up together, at least for a while.
Aye. Spent half her childhood in the Isles. Always at my heels she was. Scrawny wee thing. But her leaps on ice skates, why, none of us could rival them. Tried to outdo her once. Smashed me mouth on a rock.
And then you went to Krach and announced you'd agreed to wed.
You hear of that? Aye. We had 12 winters on us, both. Any thought of continuing that romance? Me da whipped it out of me head. Wonder what it'd be like to see her now.
Farewell, Uncrate.
Alright, well, we did what we came out here to do at least, so success.